Hi, my name is Graham Smith, and I'm one of the authors that helped develop the learning approach to mathematics that is found in our textbook as well as the video you are about to experience. To learn more about our approach to learning mathematics, visit the web address that accompanies this video. Now, enjoy the video.
Basic multiplication facts. We'll start with a definition. Repeated addition of the same number can be performed quickly using multiplication. Let's say, for example, I'm adding 4 3 times. I could add these together. The first two 4s, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 again is 12. I could have come up with this answer of 12 more quickly using multiplication. Since I was adding 3 of these 4s, I could have simply multiplied 4 times 3 to come up with an answer of 12. Anytime you find yourself repeatedly adding the same number, use multiplication to get to the answer more quickly. The following notations all mean 3 times 2. You'll see the traditional multiplication sign, a 3.2 that also means multiplication. When you have a number written outside a set of parentheses, that also means multiplication of 3 times 2. And finally, if we have a dot outside a set of parentheses, that also means multiplication of 3 times 2. Memorize the basic multiplication facts. If you cannot multiply the numbers 0 through 10 together without counting, you should practice with flashcards until you have these facts memorized. Let's take a look at some definitions. A product is the result of multiplying. Factors are the numbers that are multiplied to give the product. So in my multiplication, 8 times 6 equals 48. The product is the result of the multiplying. So 48 is the product. The factors are the numbers that are multiplied to give the product. 8 and 6 are the factors. Let's take a look at another definition. The commutative property of multiplication states that changing the order in which the factors are multiplied does not change the product. The factors 5 and 6, when multiplied together, give me 30. Well, the same thing, the factors 6 and 5, when multiplied together, also give me a product of 30. So changing the order in which I multiply does not change the product. Now it's time to check your understanding of basic multiplication facts. Hit pause on your video player and answer these 4 guided practice questions. When you're done, hit play to see how you've done. Question 1. Repeated addition of the same number can be performed quickly using multiplication. Question 2. Write 3 times 5 using 3 other notations that indicate multiplication. We can write 3.5 to indicate multiplication. We can write 3 next to a set of parentheses with 5 inside of the parentheses. Or we could write 3 dot and then a set of parentheses with 5 inside the parentheses. Question 3. Identify the product and the factors in the expression 6 times 4 equals 24. Well, the factors, remember, are the numbers that multiply together to give us the product. So 6 and 4 are the factors. The product is the result of the multiplication. So 24 is the product. Question 4. Demonstrate the commutative property of multiplication using 7 times 5. Well, if I take 7 times 5, multiply that together, I'll get 35. Now if I reverse that order and take 5 times 7, it will also give me 35. Note, the commutative property does not work with division, but it does work with multiplication. Multiply a 1-digit number by a 2-digit number. Example 5, I'm asked to multiply 17 times 4. Typically when I multiply, I write the larger number on top and the smaller one below. Just like with addition and subtraction, I start with the smallest place value. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 times 7. Well, 4 times 7 is 28. And notice that I get an answer that has a digit that's in the ones place. The 8 is in the ones place. But I also get an answer with a digit that is in the tens place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the digit in the ones place and carry the 2 over to the tens place. Now I'm going to take 4 times 1, which gives me 4, plus the 2 that I carried gives me 6. So I get an answer of 68. Now it's time to check your understanding of multiplying a one-digit number by a two-digit number. Hit pause on your video player and answer the guided practice question. When you're done, hit play to see how you did. Question 5. Multiply 26 times 8. Now I'm going to multiply 6 times 8, which gives me 48. So I'm going to place the 8, which is in the ones place, over here in the ones column, and carry the 4 to the tens column. Now I'm going to take 8 times 2, which is 16, plus 4 is 20. So I get an answer of 208. Multiply by a power of 10. Whole numbers that are powers of 10 begin with 1 and have no other digits than 0 written to the right. For example, 10, 100, and 1,000 are all powers of 10. To quickly multiply by a power of 10, just count the number of zeros. In example 6, I'm multiplying 56 times 10. Well, let's look at the power of 10. Power of 10 in this case is just 10. How many zeros does it have? It has 1 0. So all I have to do is take 56 and add 1 0 to it to give me an answer of 560 when I multiply 56 times 10. Now it's time to check your understanding of multiplying by a power of 10. Hit pause on your video player and do the guided practice question. When you're done, hit play to see how you did. Question 6. Multiply 234 times 1,000. Well, all I'm going to do is take 234, and since my power of 10 is 1,000, and that has 3 zeros, all I need to do is take 234 and add 3 zeros. Now I'm going to put the commas in place. So counting from the right, there's 1, 2, 3, put a comma, so I get an answer of 234,000. Multiply large numbers. To multiply by numbers with more than one digit, multiply by one digit at a time. Example 7. I'm asked to multiply 39 times 114. Typically we write the larger number on top, so I'm going to write 114, 39 below, and I'm going to line up all the place values again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start multiplying by the smallest place value in the bottom number, which is the 9, and I'm going to go and I'm going to multiply it by every digit in the top number. So I'll start with 9 times 4, which is 36, carry the 3. Now 9 times 1 is 9, plus the 3 is 12. So I write down the 2, carry the 1. 9 times 1 is 9, plus the 1 I carried is 10. Now notice that when I started writing this answer, when I was multiplying by 9, I started writing my answer directly below the 9. Now when I go to multiply by the 3 in 39, I want to start writing that answer directly below the 3. So I'm going to put a placeholder 0 down here. Before I start multiplying by the 3, I want to get rid of these numbers that I carried because that could confuse me. So I'm going to erase these numbers. And now I'm ready to multiply by 3. So I start in the same process I did by 9. 3 times 4 is 12. Write down the 2, carry the 1. Now 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 1 is 4. And then finally 3 times 1 is 3. Now that I have this written, now I'm ready to add this all together. So I start at the smallest place value again. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. And then 1 plus 3 is 4. So I get an answer of 4,446. Now it's time to check your understanding of multiplying large numbers. Pause your video player and complete Guided Practice 7. When you finish, hit play to see how you've done. Question 7. We're asked to multiply 134 times 78. We'll write the larger number up top, smaller number down below. First thing we're going to do is go through and multiply by 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Write down the 2, carry the 3. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 3 is 27. carry the 2. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Before I start multiplying by the 7, I have to put a placeholder 0 here and erase the numbers that I carried. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2. 7 times 3 is 21, plus the 2 is 23, carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus the 2 is 9. Now I'm ready to add. Starting at the right again, 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 8 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus the 3 is 4. And then finally 1 plus 9 is 10. So I get an answer of 10,452. Multiply a list of factors. When multiplying a list of factors, find the product by multiplying the factors from left to right. In example 8, I'm asked to multiply 3, 4, 6, and 2. Well, we're going to do this one step at a time, working left to right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the first two factors together, 3 and 4. That's going to give me an answer of 12. Now I'm going to write the rest of the multiplication I haven't done, so I haven't multiplied by the 6 or the 2. Now I'm going to take 12 times 6, which gives me an answer of 72. And then finally, I'll do the final multiplication. 72 times 2 will give me an answer of 144. Now it's time to check your understanding of multiplying a list of factors. Hit pause on your video player and complete Guided Practice 8. When you're done, hit play to see how you did. Question 8. I'm asked to multiply 4 factors together again. Working left to right, first thing I'll do is 7 times 2, which is 14. And now I'm going to take 14 times 4, and that's not a basic fact, so I might have to come over here and do some scratch work. 14 times 4. And again, I do this off to the side to keep it away from that work. So I'll go 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So that gives me 56 when I take 14 times 4. Now I'm going to take 56 times 3. Again, not a basic fact. So I'm going to come over here, I'll erase this, and we'll multiply 56 times 3 on some scratch work here. So 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 5 is 15, plus the 1 is 16. So I get a final answer of 168.
If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to check out our other videos that we have on YouTube, or visit the web address that accompanies this video to learn more about our approach to learning mathematics.